Greetings to you all, and welcome to Behind the Masque. If this video leads to a playlist, it will be a category called Full and By, and it's just musings. The command to sail full and by means to sail an approximate bearing, keeping the boat's course upwind, but not pinched up so close to the weather the sails won't easily fill. So we'll brace our yards sharp, but not at the cost of progress. The world has changed since I last posted. I fear that COVID-19 will stalk us for decades until, like smallpox, it can be stamped out. COVID-19 is deadly and scary. It isn't quite as deadly as smallpox, which killed about 30% of its victims, but it's bad. One recent report said 80% of COVID's victims were my age or older. That makes it personal. In the case of those who succumbed, the median time reported from first symptoms to being excused from taxation was about 14 days. I'm used to deadlines. I just prefer dead to be more of a generalized imperative than a certificated diagnosis, and if I learn I've just got 2 weeks left, they're going to be a hectic 2 weeks. Really, I'd need an extension, some kind of latitude. No way can I finish my projects in just 2 weeks. I kid, of course, but do not allow this disease to be taken lightly. Do not listen to anyone whose cognitive processes stop with a speech center.
I'm going to look at these clouds because somebody suggested that perhaps the coronavirus, COVID-19, might be aerially sprayed or aerially deployed in chemtrails.
COVID-19 is not caused by aircraft chemtrails consisting of tons of aluminum nanoparticles dumped into the stratosphere. We know this from one simple fact. Aircraft are not dumping tons of aluminum nanoparticles or leaving chemtrails of any kind. What isn't there doesn't cause coronavirus. Nathan Thompson's questionable channel features a Dr. Thomas Cowan, who ties coronavirus to 5G wireless service.
Every pandemic in the last 150 years, there was a quantum leap in the electrification of the Earth. In 1918, late fall of 1917, there was the introduction of radio waves around the world. And then starts in World War II with the next pandemic with the introduction of radar equipment all over the Earth, blanketing the entire Earth in radar fields. First time humans have ever been exposed to that. In 1968, there was the Hong Kong flu, and we put satellites emitting radioactive frequencies in the Van Allen belt. Within 6 months, we had a new viral pandemic. In the last 6 months, with the electrification of the Earth, and I'm sure a lot of you know what that is, it's called 5G. If anybody want to make one guess as to where the first completely blanketed 5G city in the world was? Wuhan. Exactly.
Dr. Cowan also teaches his followers the healing power of structured water. I question Dr. Cowan's competency and motivation, and there's an easy way to know 5G wireless service isn't responsible for COVID-19. Cell phone signals, in fact, no electromagnetic radiation, will spontaneously generate virions. You can't zap random junk with a CB radio and create virus cells from channel 19 in a Smokey report. Your smartphone won't do any better. If we are in rough times, you can also be proud to be Homo sapiens, because we will pull through this as a species and work through this with science and hard work. Right now, there are uncounted trillions of murderous COVID-19 virions waging war against humanity. I'm sure we are far, far outnumbered, but not a single one of those virus cells has a brain. The situation is tragic. Some of us are already laid to rest, and our brothers and sisters will continue to die. We will all be impacted for decades. But we will get past this because most of us will use our brains. Our doctors and researchers will save many lives, and anyone who contributes is a part of our salvation. Any parent who engages a kid with a math lesson instead of a video game is part of the process. I know of one fellow in his early 20s in disease isolation, Larry James, who worked out some numerical tricks he whimsically called his pebbles. He was born so premature his mother said he would have fit in a quart jar. Despite his circumstances and the quarantined interruption in his education, his math tricks have far-reaching implications from cosmology to everyday mechanical and electronic design. The world today is a different place from COVID-19. It's also a different place from young Larry's self-quarantined daydreams. Just don't forget that Earth is trying to turn into the Masque of the Red Death. This is a new era. Fake science has always been a danger. Now it is clearly a threat to life. Stamp out scientific heresy. It can kill us all, and the only things that will save us are math and research. We don't have any choice about coronavirus being here. It's an uninvited gatecrasher. Where we do have a choice is in what coronavirus will leave as its legacy to mankind. I believe that legacy will be a monument of hard work and dedication, sanctified by lives lost to the disease. Young Larry James is a perfect example of what can come from quarantine. You've heard of him, probably by the name he used as an adult. In fact, his real name is in dispute. Some historians say Larry's full name at his Christmas Day premature birth in 1642 was Lawrence Isaac Newton James. He left London to stay with relatives to keep his distance from the Black Plague. During his self-quarantine, he invented his mathematical pebbles, which we know by the Latin word for little rocks, calculus. We best know Larry as Sir Isaac Newton. Will something as life-changing as calculus result from coronavirus? Almost certainly, even though you might think that's like asking lightning to strike twice. But that's not the way intellectual exploration works. That's not the same context as a popular aphorism. Lightning won't strike us twice. We will strike lightning twice, 3 times, 90 times, as many times as need mandates or the spirit of discovery moves us. With heartfelt wishes for everyone's health, thank you for watching. If this sort of presentation is of any interest, please strike the like, subscribe, and notification icons as many times as the spirit moves you. I would like to share my path of discovery, and there are stories I'd like to tell too, like this one about Larry's youthful exuberance and modern-day efforts to elevate mankind.